it's very obvious that that game is unfinished. It needs a lot of work. Like, the frame rate in the mop bucket was pretty not great. So I have a problem. I can't remember what the name of the fortress we made yesterday was. Was it Crafts Prophet? I actually can't remember. I'll just call the title of the stream Dwarf for right now. And then I'll figure out the name of the fort. We'll switch it then. You was always here. Well, thank yous for always being here. We begin our regular programming. I'm gonna go unplug my controller. Don't want to start vibrating on me and scare me like it has in the past. Also, I just wanted to say, thank you seriously, everybody, for hanging around, because we did 100% of the bounty. %. Which is good. I can't tell you how much they paid me, but... But we did well. Thanks, everyone. Hey, Bantu.
I've come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
It's all good. Don't worry about it too much, Peelug. Just worry about it a lot. How's things, man? About new stuff and concepts like weird games? It is quirky and fun. You know, if you think that game looks quirky and fun, a game that you should play, like, legitimately, is Snake Pass. Which is a game I actually really like. By the way, I got key for a game this morning, which actually doesn't have an embargo on it. I just want to post in here and ask you guys what you think of it. I played this at PAX not last year, but the year before, actually. Like, a long time ago. And I kind of hadn't seen anything about it for a while, and then it suddenly popped up. A couple weeks ago, they did requests for keys, and I got code this morning. You're currently annoyed. What's annoying you? I'm doing all right. I just kind of got off of a fucking bender of a weekend. I went to 3 metal shows in 3 days. So, it's been a long weekend. But it was fun. The last show we went to was a little weird, though. It was one of those, oh, the band is, like, fucking around and pretending like they don't know what they're doing. And then after about 5 minutes of them fucking around and pretending they don't know what they're doing, you realize that they actually don't know what they're doing, nor do they know what song they're gonna play next. And also, they're 30 minutes overtime. It's very strange. Don't think the game plays for you? It looks like something I'd do for After Hours. It looks like something I would do for After Hours. Like, it looks like my kind of shtick. And I love the animated sequences. Like, the animated trailers are real cool. Yeah, no, the way the developer pitched it at PAX was, it's like, what if, like, Dead Cells, but faster in Cyberpunk? Very flashy and flickery. Yeah, that's my concern. That's my worry about it, so... Before I stream it, I'm going to see how much of that stuff I can disable, because talking to them at PAX, they were talking a lot about how, oh, most of those flashy effects will be disableable, but I'm going to take a look at it before I stream it. because super screen shaky and flashy effects give me motion sickness, so. It's one of those games where talked to the developer about it for a bit, and then I wrote him a freaking essay afterwards. Screen shake, depth of field, bloom, all that shit. Kill it with fire. Screen smoothing. Stop putting it in your video games. Nobody likes it. Motion blurs for consoles. You wouldn't play yourself? Yeah, it sounds about right. You mean you'd watch me, like, just go, fuck, every 10 seconds? Because that's all it would be. It'd just be me swearing profusely and just bumping into shit. But yeah, I won't forget that motion blur needs to die. Hell, I tried to turn off motion blur in the game we were just playing. So that game had a little bit of motion blur and it was bugging me. Just a little bit of motion blur, but it was like a little bit of motion blur is too much motion blur, frankly. You don't understand the intent of motion blur? Saving frames and masking low frame rates. It exists purely to make frame rate look better, and it's an effect that's mostly used on consoles where games are locked at 30. So if you're playing a game on console, game's locked to 30 on the console, they add screen space reflections and motion blur and depth of field to try and mask that, because those effects don't cost a lot of extra frames and don't use that much extra processing power, so they throw those effects on it to smooth it. Yeah, exactly. It's because the console can't render things that fast, so instead of seeing pop in, you see blur. That's why they added motion blur. It's so that it looks smoother when your frame rate is lower. No, it totally does, FG. It absolutely does. But that's why it exists, is for consoles. You did a review for Morals the Hunt. That sounds like someone just took a bunch of, like, words and threw them in a hat and drew out 3. And was just like, Morals the Hunt. Okay, there we go. The whole purpose of the game was to spot details in the landscape. What does this have to do with morals, exactly? Yeah, I can believe that. Morals are mushrooms? Okay. I know nothing. Shows how much I know about mushrooms are. Alright. Sure, I just learned something about mushrooms, I guess. It's on Steam. I want to find... Oh, I found it. Morals. Okay, this isn't working today. That's unfortunate. 2 seconds. Let me capture Steam. But it doesn't actually capture Steam properly. Alright, well, I quit. Sometimes, like, my desktop capture just decides to not work. Unless I restart OBS. And today's one of those days. Yeah, it looks alright, but it also looks like a game that would have a bazillion depth of field problems. Okay, fair enough. One of those hunting simulators made it more peaceful. That sounds lovely. I'm not gonna lie, like, that genuinely sounds lovely. Huh. As somebody who really likes hunting simulators, that sounds actually kind of lovely. But... Yeah, I'm looking at one of the GIFs right now going, yeah, this has got a lot of motion blur on it. Yeah, no, usually games will use motion blur just to like hide low quality visuals. Yeah, I can believe it. But then again, a lot of those like kind of simulators are very clunky. Like even like Hunter Call of the Wild is a very clunky, busted game. But it's a lot of fun when you get it working, and it's so relaxing, just like lying in a bush. It's kind of funny. A friend of mine wants to play that game because he goes hunting, right? And he's just like, yeah, I'd love to try that game. It looks interesting. And he's like, but I read reviews and people were just like, yeah, it's really boring because there's just a lot of walking around in the forest. And then he's just like, is it actually boring? I'm like, well, what do you do when you go hunting? He's like, walk around in the forest? I'm like, nailed it. I actually want to play a hunting game with like Death Stranding mechanics where you have to like balance and shit. I feel like that would be a lot of fun. Just give me like control salad and like have to play Twister on my controller with balance and stuff and like not slip off of the rock edge that I'm climbing up. I think that would actually be a lot of fun. You bet someone has made that? Probably not, because I would know it exists. That's like the thing with a lot of that sort of stuff. It's like, oh, well, I would like to see this, but the reason I would like to see this is because I know for a fact it doesn't exist. All right, are all my scenes set up? Yeah, all my scenes are set up. Cool. All right. So video games? If Dwarf Fortress counts as a video game by your logic. Let's figure out what this fort's called, because I actually can't remember. Alright, so this is a new fortress that we just started up. Okay, maybe not just started up, but recently started up. This is Pillarflaxen. That was the name of it. I could remember the one that we started before, because we actually did, like, we've started, like, 3 forts in the last 2 days. But Pillarflaxen is our current fortress. Pillarflaxen. So this is a relatively new fort. We've got this little tavern up here on the surface. We are right next to kind of like almost a Bay of Fundy little ocean area. We've actually got fisher dwarves fishing because there's quite a lot of fish down in there, and hopefully they're able to, you know, get us some extra noms. Looks like we're catching like, what are you hauling there? A raw bat ray. We're carrying bat rays around. Yeah, the end's kind of got waves. The front doesn't, but there's waves at the end here, which is very strange. So there are a bunch of aquifers on this map. There's only like one tiny area that we can just dig through. I think I found it though. The actual fortress kind of goes down this way. This is kind of more meant as a, like a way in for our trading caravans down to here. This is kind of our current, I guess, storage area and crafting. Down here, we've already found tetrahedrite ore, so we're just kind of putting down the legwork to get tetrahedrite started. Right, we literally just got an outpost liaison too, so we got traders. Down here is my crafting layer that needs to get, or my bedroom layer that needs to get worked on, because I've got dwarves that are all showing up that are going to get mad that they don't have bedrooms. So we need to get bedrooms set up for everybody. Then if we go a little further down, that's basically all of us currently. This is actually being made, our bedrooms are being made in an old tetrahedrite vein. I really like doing that, like repurposing stuff that the game's generated. I don't like making super angular bases, so we are putting our bedrooms into the edge of the old tetrahedrite vein, which I think is kind of cool. So, once again, this will be forges. This is currently like kitchens and other stuff. It's very unoptimized, but hey, it works. But yeah, that's the fortress. If anybody would like a dwarf, we do have quite a few unnamed dwarves in the fortress right now. We do have some named dwarves as well. So if you had a named dwarf, just let me know. If you would like a dwarf. Do you have any job that you would like? Deatham and FG? Or would you like me to assign one to you? You wouldn't mind a dwarf? Alright. Mechanic? Our one mechanic is currently named. But I could give you a legendary bowyer. Who currently doesn't feel anything after seeing an opossum's dead body. I build with natural generation. Yeah, kinda. Exactly. It's a very fresh embark, too. I'm gonna actually... I don't like how small the ocean that we have is. So we're gonna probably be making the ocean wider. Probably. Alright, so essentially, this dwarf doesn't feel anything when they see dead bodies, which is really nice. Almost never sick, but weak. Has a great sense of empathy and a way with words. And a good memory. But he has an iffy sense for music and a poor focus and a poor spatial sense. 60 years old, born the 23rd of Sandstone in the year 207. Is married to Catan Overclasp and has one child who's Imush lens washed. Personally doesn't see the attainment of knowledge as important and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Only forms fleeting and rare emotional bonds with others and doesn't generally think before acting. He is quick to anger and he tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions. So FG wanted one as well. You know what, FG, I think we're going to give you a Fisher Dwarf. I don't normally use Fisher Dwarves, but it seems fitting here. So FG is grouchy when caught in the rain. Bored after being unable to practice a craft for too long. You know, we're not going to give you this dwarf, because this dwarf is going to go insane. We're going to give you a different dwarf. Let's give you a different Fisher Dwarf. Not that Fisher Dwarf, because that Fisher Dwarf is going nuts. How about this one? They're all gonna go insane. If they're annoyed when being caught in the rain, they're doomed. Alright, this one's got better feels recently. Satisfied at work, that's what you want. Still annoyed about being caught in the rain, but you know. 147 years old, born on the 12th of Moonstone in the year 120. Agile but susceptible to disease and very weak. He has an amazing spatial sense but a meager creativity. Likes mica, silver, cat's eye, giant platypus bone, and giant brown recluse spider silk. Likes cows for their hunting moves and beavers for their tree felling habits. And the sight of the glittery lenses of impossible, he prefers to consume pineapple wine, yak's milk, and long gland flour. But does he like the pineapple wine with pizza? I guess nobody will ever know. He absolutely distastes mosquitoes, hates them. Has an amazing spatial sense, and personally finds those that engage in trade and commerce to be fairly disgusting, believes it is important to conceal emotions and refrain from complaining, and finds introspection to be a waste of time, and disregards tradition and values tranquility and a peaceful day, and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Rarely jealous and likes to present himself boldly. Prophet, we're doing all right so far. I hope you're doing well, Prophet. All right, who else wanted a dwarf? Let's see. Arya wanted a dwarf, I think. So it was Dethium, FG, Lex, and Arya. Okay. What can we give you? Also, no guarantees. You might end up in the military, just an FYI, because we need to start up our military soon. So let's give you a farmer. He's bored after being unable to practice a craft for too long. Farmer. Interested after watching a performance and satisfied at work. But bored after being unable to practice a craft. Let's give you a craft that you can do. You've killed 2 goblins and roughness lulled. That's interesting. A bunch of our dwarves that came in the last migrant wave had killed goblins and roughness lulled. 32 years old, born on the 27th of Opal in the year 235. He has a very thin frame with a bit of fat on it. His ears have large hanging lobes, and he is very short, and his sideburns are neatly combed. His very long mustache is arranged in double braids, and his medium-length beard is neatly combed. Personally values nature, and doesn't really value merrymaking, and dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Did anybody else want a dwarf? Lex wanted a dwarf, I think? Darn. FG's wife isn't in the fortress. Could have been fun. Lex, did you have any preferences? You want to be a military dwarf? Well, we need somebody to start a squad. Let's check this dwarf. Very bad sense of empathy. Okay, this will be a solid dwarf to start the military with. So you can actually start the military. You're going to be our squad commander. A lot of this is a little too accurate, just dwarves in general. It's like, I think Yupo said it best. It's like getting your palm read. You know, it's general enough that like you can relate, but also just like descriptive enough that you can picture a person. Draconis Maximus, hello. You never watched this game, but you've heard about it. It seems intimidating. It's not, okay. So here's what I have to say about Dwarf Fortress. If you think Dwarf Fortress looks intimidating, it's actually really, really, really easy. The part that's difficult is just learning what you're looking at. Once you know what you're looking at, the game itself is actually extremely simple. Which is weird, especially if you have like experience with anything else in this subgenre. Like, even from games like Banished to games like RimWorld, any kind of town builder, if you're even remotely familiar with how these types of games work, it's not hard to play Dwarf Fortress. It's just a matter of figuring out what you're looking at. Like, for example, this looks obtuse and scary. This is literally just a stats sheet. Quite literally. Like, every single bit of important text is highlighted. Like, up here, all of this is their recent thoughts, right? I can tell what this dwarf is thinking just by looking at the color coding. Right? Like, the red are things that the dwarf is bad at. The really dark green are things the dwarf is good at. The white, the really light white is their description. The kind of gold color is their age. Their history is in blue. Their mental state is down here when in the seriously white, and then the yellow is their goal, and the blue is their, like, political direction, it almost looks like. Personally values good craftsmanship and doesn't see cooperation as valuable. Dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. Feels best when everyone gets along without any strife or contention. And enjoys being in crowds. And she is sloppy with her living space. And she has overinflated a sense of self-worth. And she's sometimes scatterbrained and actively avoids exciting or stressful situations. She is very polite and observes appropriate rules of decorum. And when possible, and she is incredibly brave in the face of looming danger. Avoids stressful situations, but incredibly brave in the face of looming danger. Also, Blue Chimp, I saw you pop in up there. All right. So, Lex, we're actually going to make a new squad. new squad. We're going to set it to be metal armor. Wait, what? Did I lose Lex? Yeah, I did. The Posts of Youth. And then I'm going to actually pop over here, and we're going to disband the Moral Rags, which was just a, oh god, we have a thief in the fort. I need to make a group right now. And I'm going to go back into this screen, and we are going to rename this squad. I need a good squad name for Lex's squad. Actually, Lex, name your squad. If you're more creative than I am. Unless someone else in chat comes up with something good quickly. But here's like the best part about this game, right? It's free. I am Dwarf. Okay, you can't come up with something creative. So I'll come up with something. Let's go with There we go. We'll go with that. And apparently I have a mayor. Why did they do that? I won an election. I can't wait to get to it. He's eager, but frustrated after the lack of decent meals, frustrated after being unable to practice a craft. Great. Tinkering Titans is a pretty good name. Let's just turn off brew drink for right now. Because we're doing okay. We're making a whole lot of stuff. And I gotta trade with those other dwarves. Alright, what was I doing? Sounds like a good emotionally stable leader. I guarantee you that's not the case. Alright, so let's just give them a minute. So Arya, I mean, I could just throw Arya on metal crafting. I need somebody who can craft. Dreams of mastering a skill. You know what? You can actually just join the military because you dream of mastering a skill. I need a dwarf who I can put on the job of metal crafting. We got a wood burner. Alright, they're just gonna keep listening to poetry up there, which is fine. So we got the wood furnace queued up. I'm gonna make a metalsmith's forge right there. And a smelter. Do I have... No. Charcoal. 100. Make 100 charcoal, because I need to burn wood, so that we can actually start smithing. It's because they hate the microwave? That is a quality pun. I appreciate a good pun, Drankara. Very much appreciate a good quality pun. Thank you for blessing my timeline with that pun. Farmer over here. You're no longer gonna mill or brew. I actually just need you to burn wood. Oh, really? They have embarked on their journey, but we haven't had a chance to trade with them yet. Well, that blows. Although we do have a good number of dwarves already. At 51. We're gonna make some more farm plots. Increase the size of our farming area. So something I haven't done at all today. How's everybody's Tuesday going? There goes the traders. Is it bad that I just checked a calendar to see what day of the week it is? That's where I'm at. It's been a busy few days, I'm telling you. It's been a busy few days. That's just a stream. Yeah, no, totally. The only day of the week I know what day it is consistently is Sunday. Because that's usually the day I go do work for my parents, but this week it's all messed up because I was at a concert on Sunday and then another one on Monday. It's bad. My brain's just like turned to mush. Wait, hold on. You said it's a streamer problem, but you didn't answer whether or not that's bad. So is it bad that that's a streamer problem, or is it just fine that that's a streamer problem? Like, no concerns, just streamer problems, you know? No real issue. I mean, they kind of always did cooler. No, I don't want to use the bags. God dang it. Bow, bow, bow. Balinor, hi, hello. How was your day this fine afternoon? Dwarves are getting stuff put away. Excellent. Why is a swords dwarf in a martial trance? I'm sorry? Dingo man and a dingo woman. Well, there's a dead dingo woman right there. So whatever happened, the dingo woman won. Or dingo woman did not win. Alright. What's the cause of the headache? Just lack of sleep, or? Well, you need architecture for that? Really? Just enough to be irritating. I know that feeling. I really know that feeling. At least my dwarves are kind of just ignoring the dingo men. It's always a little bit upsetting when the dwarves just immediately are like, oh look, intelligent life form, let's beat the shit out of it. Which is usually what dwarves do. I mean, blue chimp, it's right, though. That's the thing. Really? We just got migrants, though. That's intense. Okay. Shit. What are you giving me, game? Apparently fish cleaner. Very slow to tire, but agile. How's your empathy? All right. Great analytical abilities. Interesting. Dreams of raising a family. Well, you supposedly have great analytical abilities. So, what if I give you the job we'll just put you in the military, it's fine. You're a bone doctor. Interesting. Are you actually a doctor? Or are you a fake doctor? You're an adequate bone doctor. Okay, so you're a real doctor. That's rare. Quite durable, but clumsy. Poor empathy, dreams of mastering a skill. 109 years old, born on the 15th of Galena in the year 158. Very long hair. She tends to be passive in her discussions, and she isn't particularly curious about the world, and she prefers to present herself modestly and doesn't experience strong cravings or urges, and she doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. You can join the military. This is another big migrant wave. Oh, I'm taking all of these migrants, of course. What kind of dwarf would you like, chimp? Dreams of creating a great work of art. Sees life as unfair and doesn't mind it that way. Mighty and quick to heal. Poor spatial sense. Good feel for social relationships as willpower. She's impervious to the effects of stress. You have to join the military. Does not care about friendship. Dreams of creating a great work of art. She is sometimes cruel. You can also join the military. You'd like the bone doctor? Aight. Bone doctor. Docator. You're married to that ranger that also showed up. Alright. Blue chimp. He is married to Obak Releglated and is the son of Ravad Paddlecrypt. The famous one and only Ravad Paddlecrypt. Renowned for nothing of note. Has an amazing memory and a natural ability with music and a sum of patience. Dreams of raising a family. Is very agile and quick, but slow to tire. Likes adorite, zinc, melanite, alpaca wool, big pigtail paper, and the color indigo in coffins and scepters and the sound of the festive glitter and the sight of the glittery lances, and when possible he prefers to consume lettuces, carambola, wine, carambola. I've never seen that word before. And wheat, flour, and carrot seeds. And absolutely detests blood nets. Hates them. Can't stand it. He has a strong sense of duty, and he seeks out exciting and adventurous situations. He isn't particularly curious about the world and doesn't tend to hold on to his grievances. There you go, chimp. You got it. As more dwarves run in with more stuff. Oh boy. Okay, we're at 59. That wasn't too bad, actually. I thought that was going to be way worse than it was. Alright. A stray donkey fall. Kitten, puppy. Stray dog. Alright. So something I'm going to start doing, right? We're going to channel out some more of this, because I want this ocean to look a little bit more natural. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't super thrilled with the world gen of this map. So basically what I want to do is I want to fill that in so it looks a little bit more believable. And we're gonna start working on a wall. Or like an outer wall. Start making dolomite blocks. And something that we're going to do if I pop up to this layer, we're just going to chop down a bunch of trees up here. I'm sure the elves will love us. I'm sure they will. They always do. And we're going to carve out this. We're going to kind of carve out this whole area all the way around. We'll do like a little tower up here. And we'll build a wall on top of this. It'll be cool. You've been slightly sleeping too badly, so probably just dry air in the long season. Gotcha. I've actually, like, my sleep's gotten better. I've figured out how to sleep again, which is nice. It took me a little bit, but I'm figuring it out. Took longer than I'd want, honestly, but... It took longer than I'd like, but I'm figuring out how to sleep again, which has been very nice. Have we started making that charcoal yet? No, we have not. Alright, I gotta have at least one wood burner. Like one, I'm only a wood burner. Okay, so I got 2 tanners. Wood burning is now your main job. So you're gonna go store an item in the stockpile. It's always leap year with Frog. It's a very true statement. Needs masonry. Let's just cancel all of this. Cancel all of this, and we'll do this on better priorities. Carve ramp, dig channel, construct building. That's what I need. Just need that building to get constructed, because we needed the masonry to get it built. Then after that, we can start smelting ore. Although on the bright side, lots of socializing is getting done. You do actually want your dwarves to socialize a whole lot, so. Because then they go make friends and then they're happier. Baked potato. What's the difference between a baked potato and a flying pig? I mean, a whole lot. One of them's sentient, for example. But... shoot, what's the answer? There we go. Dwarf's making charcoal. Excellent. Let's make, workshop. Oh no, furnace is wood furnace. Let's make another one of these. So we have 2. One is a heated yam, the other is a yeeted ham. Man. I'm upset. That joke made me hurt inside a little bit. You don't need to apologize. I just simply stated that I was upset. Only Canadians need to legally apologize. So I'll apologize for being upset. But it doesn't change the fact that I'm upset. Hey chat, does that joke make you upset too? Serious question. You kind of liked it, TBH? I mean, it's a good joke, but it made me upset. Alright, so we're getting that going. So now we're going to begin smelting tetrahedrite. Smelt tet 30. Do I literally only have one farm up and running? I think so, yeah. Plump helmets. Plump helmets. Plump helmets. And plump helmets. Down here, I think we'll do pretty much the same thing. Pop up to the surface, and let's extend our wall. Out of the dolomite blocks. But yeah, I don't hate the joke. It's just, I'm angry. That's all. Which means it's good. Quality knee slapper. And then there we go. Then what we need to do is we need to go all the way through this and remove all of these. Remove all of this, actually, and then, you know, we'll also ramp up all of this. Same with this. Let's just get rid of all of that. I'm sure it'll go well. We're actually going to build something that looks kind of like a little fort. Look at all of the white blocks coming out. Holy crap. Instead of raw stone, you get more bricks per stone. So it's more efficient, and they can haul them way faster. So material-wise, it's more efficient, but it's mostly just they're lighter, so that they can haul them faster. Yeah, so for one boulder, you get, I think it's two bricks? Or, so for one boulder, you can either build one wall piece, or you can make 2 bricks out of it. Also, because they haul them so much faster, and construction gets done so much faster. Yes, no, absolutely. Because you don't really want to haul boulders long-ass distances. I mean, you can, but like I said, you don't really want to. So we totally need to make this into a moat, don't we? We absolutely need to do that. Right, that's not... It's the wrong button. That's downstairs, not channel. Then it wasn't letting me overwrite it. There we go. No! A little too far. Doesn't help that the buttons are literally right next to each other. Yeah, they'll only use wheelbarrows to move boulders to stockpiles. They won't use wheelbarrows to move boulders anywhere else. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Bored after sleeping without a proper bedroom. Embarrassed. Bored after lack of abstract thinking. You want a library. You're a miller. You want to practice a craft? Alright, well I got you a craft. First off, I'm going to take you off of milling. And your official job is going to be blacksmithing, and let's just say weaponsmithing. So you should go smelt tetrahedrite ore in a timely manner. Or you know what? Screw it. Let's also give you metal crafting and furnace operating. Basically, you'll make everything but armor. You wish that they would use wheelbarrows more often, but they only seem to... Yeah, they will only use them for stockpiles, so they won't use them for building. Okay, someone is smelting tetrahedrite ore. Awesome. We're gonna replace all of that with dolomite, and then we'll also build one layer on top. Oh crap, did I just like unactivity zone that in? Okay, I totally did just cancel that, the existence of that for a second. Alright, so rock blocks. Let's make sure that you're making that out of dolomite. I need them dolomite blocks. Looks like the leaves are falling off the trees. That haunted biome was neat, but I'll say this, it's really nice to actually be in a biome with trees again. Giant groundhogs! Well, at least we'll definitely know when it's Groundhog Day. Okay, so I think I'm actually going to train my military either outside or like really close to the surface somewhere. Like I'm thinking maybe like even in here, like next to this tavern, or in like a room right here. One of the two. Actually, yeah, we'll put them right in here. Although if I put a moat there, then they're going to dodge through that wall, so I don't really want that to happen. Well, winter's upon us, I guess. We're gonna find out if things are actually gonna freeze. I don't think so. You have to run? Alright. Well, I hope that your dwarf does well as well. Also, if you guys don't know Arya streams Dwarf Fortress sometimes and does stuff on YouTubes. So if you're looking for more Dwarf Fort, you know what to do. Pretty sure we've all been here and done this before. On Saturdays? Gotcha. I hope that Kinseed's coming along well. I remember that had like a bunch of excitement and then not many people talked about it once it came out, so that game's doing alright. Another thief, really? You're just like repeatedly throwing stuff at me now. There it is. It's a cobalt. Right there. Subrolkadin. Two of them. My soldiers are charging. I don't know if we'll actually get to them though. I think they're already off the map. Yeah, they seem to already be off the map. It's much more fleshed out. That's good to hear. But also kind of concerning for different reasons. But that's often the way of things with early access, unfortunately. Alright, let's move this along. It actually looks like there's grass growing over here, so we won't need to stare at this super white sand for a while. Which is nice. Dolomite blocks. Let's connect this. So we don't really have a wall yet, but we're getting there. I just don't really want things climbing this inner, like, sand wall. So once we put a higher layer on top of it and give it a nice little overlap there, it'll be quite safe. All right, let's check in on this. Let's also smooth all of this. So I really need to get those bedrooms smoothed. Let's throw some doors in, because looks like they've been busy and made us some doors, which is good. And then we can make all of these actual bedrooms. Because this is the problem we're going to run into. We're going to get really upset dwarves because they don't have bedrooms. Considering our mayor currently doesn't even have an even remotely acceptable office right now. Got some real upset dwarves incoming. Which, like, if we're gonna get upset dwarves, that's not the reason I want them to be upset. If we're gonna get upset dwarves, I want them to actually have a valid reason to get upset. How are we doing on that tetrahedrite? 25 out of 30. Excellent. What do we have for bars? 5 silver. All right. 20 copper. All right. All right. Okay, so let's do this. Silver, Warhammer. Just queue up 10. And, rock, armor, stand. 5. And we're going to push those up to first. Get those done first. But yeah, I hope that we're all doing well and having a good Tuesday. This, like, oh god, what day of the week problem is just slowly getting worse for me. Oh crap, we're out of alcohol. Call the cops, we got a problem. Let's also gather some plants. I'm actually not sure how we ran out of stuff. I guess our farmers just aren't quite efficient enough. I see, we're just waiting on a... We're just waiting on a shipment. Or not shipment, but harvest. Bucket. No, not iron. Wood. Wood. 5. Let's make 5 wooden buckets. So to anybody who's lurking here, can I get a round of beers in the chat? Let's see how many beers we can get. Just type in the word beer. It's been a good, solid start to the stream, though. Thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in so far. Solid timing. We needed to do that for the Prime sub anyway. I'm very sore, or I would be doing push-ups for these. Thank you, seriously, for that Twitch Prime subscription. Hey, nuts and balls. Enjoy your stupid skulls on lasers and shit the next 30 days. Seriously, thank you. Thank you so much. There we go. We have alcohol again. Crisis averted. Can I do push-ups? I'm not going to because I have a massive bruise on my elbow, a massive bruise on my back shoulder, and a cut on my other shoulder. And my knee currently makes me walk with a limp because I've been in mosh pits for 3 days. So I'm not going to do them because I don't want to hurt myself. Can I? Yes. I'm not going to, though. I really need to make a fisheries department. Mosh pits are rough, and you know it's my own fault at the end of the day, but like, I don't want any serious injuries to come from me being in mosh pits. Dude, trust me, like, my knee collided with a barrier on the first night, so standing has been difficult. Oh, you got disconnected after subbing? I getcha. Yeah, no, I didn't do any yesterday or the day before either. It's probably gonna be another 2 or 3 days before I do more again. But just once I do start doing them in a couple of days, just let me know, and then I will do them for you if I owe them. Workshop. Fisheries. What's the hotkey for fisheries? We already have one. All right, so someone should be preparing those fish. At least we actually have alcohol now, though. I mean, at the end of the day, it is my own fault, right? I need armor stand so that I can train my military. Needs more fish-related stuff. Why? Because I was fish earlier? Those elk birds? Oh, emus. Well, that's terrifying. I've never seen an emu in Dwarf Fortress before, and I'm assuming they're horrific. That is scary as hell. Huh. No? I mean, I know some people who've been in motorcycle accidents, and trust me, being, like, bruised is nothing compared to a motorcycle accident. Being bruised due to mosh pit problem is not even remotely close to a motorcycle accident. Like, I'll be fine in a day or two. Versus, like, a motorcycle accident. I'm just bruised. I am fine. But I don't want to, you know, make anything worse. That's it, pretty much. It's one of those, I'm mostly okay, but it could become a problem. We finished more chairs. That's tables. Emus are terrifying. They're like a small dinosaur. As a kid who had his glasses taken off by an emu? Ooh, that's no fun. Only tore the knee of your jeans? Jesus. You're super lucky. I know 2 people who've lost family members in motorcycle accidents. Duke.
Crypt comfy, crypt beer, 3 months, Rosities.
What do you think of the Crypt Comfy emote? Still the new one. I hope that you're doing well, man. Thank you very much for the 3 months. You're fantastic. Thanks for sticking around, hey? Okay, now we have tons of plants because the harvest actually went out. Looks comfy? I'm glad. Okay, so we've worked on a bunch of the silver warhammers. Let's go copper shield. 10. Copper mail shirt. 10. Copper breastplate. 10. Copper helm. 10. Copper. Let's go with Greaves, 10. Copper. It's going to take a little while, and we're going to get some job cancellations, but we'll get it all done. And let's just say high boots. And then I'm going to go to this, and we're going to add conditions. They're just going to keep smelting that tetrahedrite. You're nice. It's good. Dude, I've been going to fucking... I went to 3 metal shows this weekend. 3 metal shows in 3 days. I am in a lot of pain right now. Well, actually, mostly my right knee is in a lot of pain. The rest of me is, like, just bruised real bad. There's a lot of mosh pits. Not so much mosh pit last night, but, like, the night before, a lot of mosh pit, and the night before that, a lot of mosh pits, so... I'm not planning on doing any push-ups today. Which I'm not too thrilled about, but it is what it is. Alright, can we finish that armor stand, please? Yeah. The mosh pit was a thing. Just holding that silver warhammer. Good stuff. Oh, also our mayor has a mandate. Make toy hammers. Fuck you! Wood, toy... Wooden toy. 3. Details? No. Is there... So I can't just queue up specifically a toy hammer? Oh, that's annoying. No, kids will use them as a toy that they'll play with. Full armor ended up with only bruises and a couple of strained muscles. I know, like I said, I know a few mutual friends who've lost family members in motorcycle accidents, so like, I don't know, to me, like, my sore arm is nothing compared to a motorcycle accident, at least in my experience, so. That's just my experience with other people that I know being in motorcycle accidents, is people die. Shit's scary. Good lord. Yeah, it's expensive. I need to get new glasses, and I've been very much procrastinating and putting it off because it's expensive. It's expensive and frustrating. Yeah, no, exactly. Which is ridiculous because it costs them like $1.50 to make lenses. I looked into working in that industry for a bit, and it made me angry just learning about it. It's like lenses cost them nothing. It's one of those, like, they charge that much because they can. Yeah, no, but it takes them 3 hours work to make one. Not even. And the actual materials are virtually free. And if you get like the super duper fancy ones, it's like a maximum of 4 hours work. So they're just charging a shit ton. Admittedly, like, you know, they gotta pay bills and whatnot, but come on. Fucking come on. Glasses don't need to cost that much. Yeah, no, when I got these glasses, they ended up coming to about 550 or something. Yep. Oh, salon exactly. I wonder how long until they start 3D printing lenses. I do wonder. There come all the cups. There we go. Put those all away. For how long? Duke? Like, how long do you have that coverage for? Well, that's not too bad. Okay, so they managed to make 2 toy hammers. Let's make 5 more. Like 3 years or so? Okay, it's not too bad. Totally, but I like to imagine random shit getting 3D printed, Perilous. It's just one of those things that entertains my brain. Especially in a world where somebody I know in Vancouver owns a business. Literally all this business is they take a like 360-degree photo of you and somebody else, and then they make you action figures of yourself. The main selling point for it is cosplayers who want to have like minifigures of themselves dressed up as characters, and people who want to get like action figures put on their wedding cake. Supposed to make a toy hammer, not a toy axe. Stupid dwarf. Let's make all these bedrooms available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. 32 dwarves, and I got bedrooms, and I got 59 dwarves, so we got a ways to go. Let's cut some more out. Hey, Kiri, how's things? 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 50. It's too big. Okay. Your tattoo is finished, Pog? Now the healing begins. That's like a big goal for the next few months, actually, for me, is stream a tattoo session. Get my tattoo artist to do a home call and stream a tattoo session. I really want to do that. Hey chat, would you guys want to watch me get tattooed? Just to work on this arm piece. I just think it would be too much fun. Hell of a lot more interesting than like just, you know, getting a tattoo done and sitting in a shop with random strangers. Instead, I can get judged in real time by random strangers on the internet. No, I'm working on my arm, dude. Although I do want to get a Tintin tattoo. Not that that's lewd, but on the topic of lewd tattoos, I know somebody who has a My Little Pony getting bummed by a Care Bear on her thigh. It's like weirdly hilarious whenever she goes to the beach. Get a dwarf tattoo? Give me 10 grand and I'll get a dwarf tattoo. Although realistically, if I were to get a dwarf tattoo, it would be like a legit thing, and I'd want to get like an artist to design like a scene from Dwarf Fortress and then get that as a tattoo. Like, go to Krug Smash and be like, hey, would you design a tattoo for me? Type deal. I wouldn't just get like a little sprite. I'd do something legit. Make it look like a fantasy scene. Although dwarves battling a unicorn, I think, would make for a pretty rad tattoo. Not gonna lie. I think that would make for a pretty good tattoo. We need empty food storage items. Could do rock pots, but let's do wood. Wood barrel. 30. Man, we made 1 of 3 toy hammers. Gosh. Also, we got those armor stands set up. Then there's just me, scrolls over and looks at Twitter. Oh wow, that did turn out lovely. Makes me want to get my color done so fucking bad. You have no idea, chat room. There we go, let's get them training. How are we doing on them Warhammers? Almost done with those silver Warhammers. Cool, cool, cool. So they'll actually be able to train with the proper weapons. What are those? King Snake Men? Okay, that's terrifying. Wow, okay. Yeah, no, I want to get my color done so bad, but it is what it is. Already spent enough money this month. Although I actually need to get like an estimate for my guy. That's the problem, is I just haven't done that. Because I know how much his rates are when he is at the tattoo shop, but I don't know what his rates are when he does home calls. King Snake people are just kind of chilling over there. That's fine. Just please leave my dwarves alone, okay? We'll leave you alone. We might leave you alone if you leave us alone. If I got tattooed on a helicopter flying around Vancouver. See, here's the reality. I just don't want a tattoo from Dwarf Fortress, really. And especially not a tattoo that Duke is suggesting. Oh, they are fighting. Of course they are. Looks like my dwarves are just pile driving the King Snake people. Yikes. Also, helicopter probably would cost more than 10 grand to fly around long enough to actually get that. But realistically, 400 bucks and I'd get my tattoo done on my arm on stream. Giant thrips as well. Ooh, that's an injured dwarf right there. How badly injured are you? His third right foot is broken. His third right toe on his foot is broken. Let's just throw some beds over here real quick and make this into a hospital. Because some dwarves got injured in the fights with the King Snake Men. I'll bet you they have venom. Because they are king snakes. Well, actually, king snakes aren't venomous. So they're probably not venomous. But I'll bet you their bites are nasty. Cool. It's now a hospital. Don't have any empty containers, which sucks. All my dwarves are too busy detailing floors to actually, like, make any stuff. It's fine. Amputate? Probably not. Chief Medical Dwarf. Don't I have multiple doctors? Yeah, there you go. Blue Chimp, you can be my Chief Medical Dwarf. And I'm just going to pop over to your labors and give you all of the healthcare labors. And then I hit the wrong button, as I usually do around this time. Won't need that leg anymore. Nah, he still needs it. We gotta leg it around. Okay, you're wielding the silver warhammer. You've also got the silver warhammer. You've got the copper mail shirt. And a silver warhammer and a copper shield. Excellent. Well, seems like things are getting done. They'll be okay. Yeah, no, tattoos are expensive. It's one of those things where it's just like, do I buy a TV or a VR headset or get stuff done on my tattoo? And then I always like think about it, and then I never spend any money on anything and just put it in my bank account, because that's the actual smart thing to do. That's generally how I work. It's like, I would like to do this, but I also would also just like to have this money. Because that just seems like the actual smart thing to do in the situation. I think they're absolutely worth it. If you get a good tattoo and you're happy with your tattoo, they're 1000% worth it. Though I'll be honest though, like, the one thing that's really keeping me away from getting more tattoo stuff done is I know my mom's just gonna like glare at me. And I don't even have like my ex to back me up on that one anymore. It's like, well, she's getting tattoos too, so. In reality, she always wanted tattoos because of me. But my mom never saw it that way. Gonna be a tattoo artist? Oh, that's awesome, Perfect. Can upgrade it? Oh, really? That's nice how they can, like, even if you're not super happy with something, cover-ups are always an option, right? As long as it's not like a giant black box or something on your arm, you're fine. Like, you can always just get them redone. What's a podling? I've seen some people say it... Well, actually, I know it mostly as, like a sarcastic... Or not sarcastic, nickname for a child. Seen a few people use it. One particular person uses it the most, though. Being a tattoo artist, though, pays extremely well if you're good. Although it's not unlike doing this kind of stuff. Like, you work based on clients, so... Why did you become attached to a bismuth bronze crossbow? Just why? Someone's texting me. Friend of mine's texting me. Close to finishing art school? Gotcha. Not much of a kid anymore? Yeah, that's fair. 18 doesn't quite count as a kid. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's the exact opposite. That's a legal adult. But good for her. It's nice that she's, like, doing art school as well, too, because I know some kids that were never the most well-behaved, that always talked about wanting to be tattoo artists, but never put the time into going to art school or anything. Actually getting professional training, because you really need to trust your tattoo artist, right? So the more credentials you can have as a tattoo artist, the better. Quite literally. Let's check in on the hospital. Did that dwarf leave the hospital yet? Yeah, okay, cool. Good to see. Good to see. But you know, once someone's kid, always someone's kid, I think. There's no point, even when you grow up, do you really stop being that person's kid? No matter how old and annoying you get, you never really stop being the person's kid. Here come another row of blocks. So out of curiosity, to people who started watching Dwarf Fortress because of my stream, is it starting to make sense? Or is everybody... Because, like, I know that there's a good deal of people who watch my stream now who play Dwarf Fortress who already know what's up. But I know that there's also people who started watching this game because of my stream. So I'm curious, does stuff make sense, or is it still just like a garbledygook of what if, you know? More or less? More or less what? To which part? Yeah, supportive parents is like the best thing ever. It only took me like several years to convince my parents that what I'm doing here is a legitimate job. Like, so many streamers have to deal with the, yes, mom, this is a real job. We're gonna lock this door over here. And then I'm gonna go over here and be all like, pull the lever! We're gonna crush the garbage in there. And the stink should go away. Let's pull the lever again. Cool. Purple's gone. You just like the sound of my voice? That's fair. I mean, somebody popped into my channel the other day, Dragon Man, and told me that they'd watched every single one of my YouTube VODs. Which is insane. And I'm still shell-shocked by that. Like, every single one of them. Holy shit, it's like a lot of that's a lot of time worth of Dwarf Fortress VODs to watch. Like, even if they didn't watch all of them, maybe, like, they only watched half of them. That's still impressive. Like, that's insane. Here's the problem, Mike. I could only read books that were... or that are, rather, public domain, legally. So that's actually not as easy as it sounds. Or I have to get explicit permission from the author and the publisher to read them. So it's one of those things where it's unfortunately harder than it sounds to do. Would you actually just listen to me read books on stream? I feel like that would be a better thing to do in a recorded format, though. Like, if I were to do that, I'd just do audiobooks. Maybe future career options. That would be lit. Come on, you're one of them kids. You know that. You're a child like me. You're one of them kids. Out loud fan-translated web novels? Why such a specific thing? When I could just read, like, public domain poetry. Or, like, short stories or something. I mean, there is a part of me that thought for a while about making a second YouTube channel and just reading, like, SCP Containment Breach and creepypastas and just uploading those. Why would that make you cringe? Some of the greatest works of art of all time are public domain poetry. You uneducated fucking swine. Some of the greatest works in philosophy are public domain. A lot of these beds have not been claimed. I would not read fan fiction. I mean, I could, but I wouldn't. There's no fiction that I'm interested enough in to bother reading fan fiction out of. I want to read... if I'm going to read something, I want to read something that's well written. And based in something unique. Instead of just... oh, let's repurpose somebody else's world. Not interested in that. It's like, that's the problem with that sort of stuff, is you have to be interested in the, like, source material for it to actually be interesting. There really isn't much of that source material that I'm actually interested in. You know, I generally have a head rule, and that's if you use the word cringe liberally, unless you're talking about the streamer Cringer, you really need to, like, widen your vocabulary. There's so many better words to describe that emotion that don't make you look like an imbecile. Lex has become a militia captain. Cool, we actually have hammer dwarves now. Good stuff. But yeah, no, like short indie horror stories are stuff that I wouldn't mind reading. Okay, Boomer is at least kind of funny, though. Like, genuinely, I never found cringe funny. Okay, Boomer is actually kind of funny. Like, genuinely, I find that meme funny, and that's fucking rare. What user just said? Yeah, it's still fresh enough. Give it like 6 weeks and I'll be tired of it. More migrants have arrived. Oi, you're a fishery worker. Personally, it sees competition as reasonably important. Finds those that deny their impulses somewhat stiff, doesn't care if others take the time to master skills, and doesn't care about art one way or another, and doesn't particularly care about craft worship. Is consumed by overpowering feelings of jealousy, and often finds herself changing her mind to agree with somebody else. What a piece of shit. You know, you can just join the military. I just have fun. You're a trapper? Good creativity and a sum of patience. Quite weak. Dreams of crafting a masterwork. Thinks it is of the utmost importance to Present a bold face. Okay. Okay, boomer. See here, the term that slaps is a very different generation though. That's the thing. Like, I've never seen somebody use the word cringe and word and emoticon XD and cringe and then say something slaps. Slaps is just more something that I hear hipsters who listen to a lot of music say. Crowd tends to share his own experiences and thoughts with others, but I could be wrong though, that's just my experience. He struggles against his tendency to find open expression offensive. Yeah, likes to wear something special and new now and again. He's particularly curious about the world. Doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. He's swayed by emotional appeals. Likes to keep things practical. Yeah, he'll be fine. Feels vengeful when joining an existing conflict. Nobody's fighting right now, though. Interesting. These dwarves were just in a fight. Interesting. Is truly fulfilled by assisting those in need, and is generally quite confident in her abilities when undertaking specific ventures. She is not inherently proud of her talents and accomplishments, and she is often nervous. You would not be good for the military. But you'd be a really solid doctor, so we're going to give you that. Something just made all the animals panic. Interrupted by a giant Kyo. Yeah, that would do it. Alright, I need a shit ton more masons and we need to get all of these blocks done. Because we're gonna get attacked. Yeah, no, I'm going to be particularly blunt. I really don't like the word cringe. It's used in the wrong context so frequently. It's like maybe one of the worst things the internet has done in recent years. Ooh, a bookbinder. It's just shitty, for lack of a better term. It's just plain fucking shitty. Frog is not a fan of you two. Do not. I agree. Quality frog. Which is another reason why I find Cringer's name so fucking funny. There's actually this company that keeps getting their t-shirts retweeted in my following. And it's essentially, Jesus Christ, that's a lot of migrants and they're still showing up. Giant Kia's fighting. Someone is fighting with the giant Kia. Good lord. The size of this fortress just ballooned. The word cringe. I mean, he's not a somebody who would make you feel that emotion. He's just a funny, entertaining dude. But then again, I've got my fair share of words that I really dislike. That sentence hurts me. Pin back. But I think that's the point. Do I have as many copper bars as I think I do? Yeah, I do. Got 160 copper. That's not true. I just banned the ones that hurt me. That's my experience anyway. Such a soft stone that we're using for these floors. Probably would just fall apart if you tried to make bricks out of it. Alright, dwarves, get up here. It'd be really cool if we were successfully able to hunt those giant Kias. Bet you they'd have a lot of meat on them. Powder floor? Quite literally, yeah. It's like it's more of a powder than a stone. Now I'm making walls out of it. Because I have talc blocks, so might as well. Might as well. Sometimes it's what you gotta do. Alright, well. So other mason's shops got done. You have masonry, yeah? No, you don't. No, you do. Cancels building. Interrupted by giant Kia. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Okay. It's like normal Kias are annoying. This map's got giant Kias. Regular old-fashioned size Kias are annoying. Dwarf Fortress is all like, yo, you think that's a challenge? I don't know what you're talking about, animal. Do you even know what a Kia is? It's a bird. I don't think they are, King. Like, I'm going on a limb here. I don't think that they are. Have I made my own materials yet in Dwarf Fortress? I mean, we've smelted down tetrahedrite ore into silver and copper. So if that's what you're asking, yes. Sorry, but that one hurt my brain and I couldn't keep looking at it. Oh shit! My recruit has become possessed. Ooh, this could be good. Strange mood. What do you want? Time to build one of every workshop. Why would I do a thing like that, Dragon Man? Like, why in the world would I do that? Well, he's not gonna make a sword. Because he doesn't want to use the forges. Actually, what skills are you best at? Well, that's probably what you want. Dabbling student. You're a tanner. That's probably what you want. I got tired of animals' mind-numbingly annoying puns, so I had to remove it from existence. Please understand. Yep, that's what you want. I was just thinking to myself, I'm like, if I have to read another one of these stupid fucking puns, I'm gonna bop them. And then the second I thought that to myself, you posted another one. What do you want? Leather skin, gem shining, cloth thread, leather skin. All right, so we want tanned hides probably. I don't actually think I have any tanned hides. Yeah, we had no tanned hides. All right, so do I have a tanner shop right now? And we need to butcher some animals anyway. So many of these are owned. Why are they all owned? Slaughter you. And the yak calf. I mean, if you're gonna make puns, make good puns. Like, well thought out puns. Not puns that just don't make any sense. Like, there's a difference between a pun that makes logical sense and is like a good knee slapper, and then a pun that's just like, fucking, why? And that was just fucking, why? Really? What have you been uneasy about? Right, you want to be able to pray. I need to make a catch-all temple real quick. So yes, if you make a pun and it just makes me groan and go, oh god, why? Yes, I will bop it. Well, don't go out of your way to tell bearable puns. Tell puns that are on topic. Like, if something happens that requires a bit of wordplay that you know, go ahead and tell it. It's all about puns are like 98% context. If you don't have a good reasoning or context for your pun, just don't say it. This is gonna upset people. Again, not a good pun animal. I mean, I could also just ban you permanently forever, Hilarious, and be happier with my life. That's also something that I could do. Where can I put this? was gonna say, that's a little intense, be like. I don't know where I want to put a temple. Oh well. We are going to expand this crafting area, though. Also, apparently I'm cranky today. That's interesting. You at work? B-Log, I gather? It's fucking giant Kias, man. You haven't picked up anything. No, it's not that. Cooler. It's not that. There you go. Kinda hope this dwarf makes some leather armor. That'd be real nice if this dwarf made some leather armor. Okay, so what do you need now? Cloth thread. I do have thread. And then cut gems, I got 36. Yeah, if you click on the username, you can just delete one message. Artifact mitten, that would be lovely. To be the world's warmest mitten ever made. I swear to God. These fucking Kias. There's only 2 of them, too. One of them is, like, seriously wounded. Yeah, it's just, like, beaten to a pulp, but it's still dive bombing us. Oh, well, it's some training for my soon-to-be hammer dwarves. You know, we'll just make this into a temple all the way out here. Actually, we'll do this. Let's put a temple over here. So they can, like, go down to their bedrooms and then go over to the temple over here and pray. I'm sure that'll be a nice quiet area for dwarves. You don't see delete one message? I see it. I mined out someone's room? Oh yeah, I did. You're right. Well, I didn't already. I had it designated to be mined. Poor dwarf. Probably didn't deserve that. Knocking down all of those. Feels good, man. I wonder whose room that is, anyway. It's Sophie's room. Yeah, we wouldn't want to mine out Sophie's room. She was one of the first 7 dwarves. Could never do that. Just mine out that gem. Excuse me. But yeah, no, kind of winding the conversation all the way back down to before it got stupid. I would be interested in doing audiobooks and stuff in the future, but that's like long away. We'll see. It's like, you know how famous streamers will just like randomly put out a single or something? I could totally see myself randomly being like, by the way, I did this audiobook. All right, so apparently found what he was looking for. Dog leather, turkey leather. Oh, you just needed more leather. That's all it was. Square cut indigo, tourmalines, and spider silk cloth. He's making it now, Dragon Man. So he's good. I knew that like we were producing what he needed, so I figured he'd get it done, and it seems like he has. Then we now have a whole bunch of meat. The scary thing is invasions can actually happen now. And I'm very, very, very worried it's going to pop up right next to us on the map, not on the other end of the map. Because we are on the edge of the map. So raids could, in theory, spawn in right here. Or sieges could spawn in right there. Which should be horrifying. So I kind of need to make sure that they go the other way instead. Which is a little bit, you know, worrisome. But we hopefully will be okay. Onal, the recruit, has created Shem, a dog bone leather cloak. Oh, a dog leather cloak, not a dog bone leather cloak. And claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Olon Volttone. So this dwarf's name is Olon. Let's rename this dwarf right here to Robo Burger. She feels satisfied upon creating an artifact, sad after being separated from a loved one. And she dreams of raising a family. And Robo, we're going to go into the equip screen. And we're going to... where's that? All our gloves, boots, shield, weapon, uniform, pet, material, color. I think it's armor? Ritholt Shem. So you specifically are going to be assigned to wear that. Haven't put it on yet. But I'm assuming you're... Oh, nope, you're not carrying it. It's worth 37,920. It's decent. This is a dog leather cloak. All craft worship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with trillion-cut indigo tourmalines and encircled with bands of yak leather. This object menaces with spikes of dog leather and turkey leather and cave spider silk. So here's the real question. Dwarf, are you going to go put this away and then go put that on? It's the important question. Pick up equipment. All right. Now you're going to go to striking demonstration. All right, let's see. Did you put it on? Yeah, and you're also wearing another cloak. So this dwarf is now wearing two cloaks. She felt pleasure putting on a truly splendid item. There you go. It's kind of badass, making a leather cloak and then getting to wear it. I don't know how good it's going to be as a piece of armor, but... at least our dwarves have it now. Not always awesome. Some artifacts are kind of underwhelming. But often awesome, yeah. I mean, actually, I don't know. It's a good question. My knee-jerk response is no, but I could be wrong. Okay, well... that temple should be ready to make into a temple. So this is just going to kind of be an open temple. Assign location, add location, temple. No specific deity. The Sanctum of Driving. Was a bloody mechanism? That's a great artifact. It's a mechanism that can't fail. I love artifact mechanisms. A mech that can't fail is so useful. Also, Userune, I know that you commented on this once before, so I figured I'd mention it. I'm trying to do my best to clean out all the boulders before I really dig out new areas. It's a lot of work. Needs refined coal. Did I finally run out of coal? Wait, what? Pray to id cobalt tinks, the oily charcoal. Huh. That's a name. The oily charcoal. Yeah, you could put it in a lever. But... or you could put it in a trap, and the trap would never fail. Trap would never break or need to be repaired. Basically what I'm saying is artifact traps are great. Literally just waiting on that refined coal. All right, so Sophie has made us a masterpiece dolomite coffer. At least that'll give us some good moods. I'm gonna slaughter that reindeer calf. All right, Dwarf, do you have some better thoughts yet? Delighted when watching performance, interested, tenderness, remembering talking with a spouse, uneasy after being unable to acquire something. Artifact quern? Do you have an artifact quern? I don't think I've ever had an artifact quern. Considering I, like, never use them. It'd be weird if I did. So it's just say it's useful. I don't know about that. I don't know if I'd say that a quern is necessarily useless. Is it the most useful thing you can have in your fortress? But certainly far from useless. Like, it has a use, it's just not many people use it for that use. Alrighty. Artifact doors are the best, though. It's like literally it'll stop a Forgotten Beast in its tracks. Because it'll just try and destroy the door, and the Forgotten Beast can't figure out how to destroy the door. Quern is the only building that has an upgraded version of itself. Yeah, I guess you're right. Never really thought about it that way, but I guess you're right. Alright, so dwarves are still sleeping outside, where they don't need to be. Miner's been... oh, thief. There's another thief. Another cobalt! There must be a lot of cobalts nearby. Like, sheesh. Did it just immediately leave the map? I think it did. Oh, and it begins. Interesting. We're being attacked by dwarves? I am very perplexed by that. Okay, they're wearing troll fur tunics. You have an iron breastplate. Doesn't have the name of where they're with. How many is there? Okay, that's a pretty small attack. Okay, we do actually have 5 hammer dwarves. We can totally fight this. It's gonna be tough, but I think we can fight this. How many is there, in fact? 1, 2, okay, 10. So we don't have the numbers advantage. And they have better trained soldiers. Okay, what are they going for? Let's see how this goes. Can I get a round of beers in chat for my dwarves that are about to go into battle? At least we'll get some weapons and armor from this. Let's follow one of our hammer dwarves. Oh, hey, Gimper. Just immediately get into combat. One of my dwarves is in a martial trance. It's going to be really hard to tell who's winning and who's losing. Yeah, I think we're losing. But one of my dwarves is still in a martial trance. Bunch of teeth flying everywhere. Yeah, I've lost almost all my recruits. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 invaders left. Just gonna turn off that burrow and let my dwarves run out and hopefully save my wounded. Well, my dwarves had, like, no training time. Here's the problem, though. There's still, like, a bunch of baddies on the map, right? That's why they're splitting. Was really hoping that that would be enough to just get them off the map. Damn it. My dwarves are dying. Let's see if I can just kill this dude. I don't know where my squad guys are at this point, or who's even left. just a farmer. Okay, so there's only 2 left on the map. Let's check the unit list. Okay, so one of them is sleeping. And one of them is going to a dodging demonstration. So we're actually just going to station them right here. Let's just look for these guys. Okay, so yeah, they are still alive. Come on, squad, get down here. So who did we lose? 1, 2. Okay, not too bad. But the siege is over. Spitalier is... The Trapper is throwing a tantrum. Oh my god, really? It's like, I realize this is stressful, guys, but can we please just, like, rescue the wounded? What am I fighting? Other dwarves. They look like troll slaves. They were all wearing, troll loincloths. Or not trolls, dwarven slaves. Alright, so what we'll do here is we'll dig out this area. Let's dig. I want to do a better job of remembering the dead than in previous fortresses. Okay, so I do have 3 left in that squad out of 8, so that means I lost 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Since we have so many aquifers, I was actually thinking about this. It could be kind of interesting. We could flood the tomb after it's full. Yeah, it's a really early tantrum. Oh, it was a very short tantrum too. Man, that's a bit much, I think. Coffin. Rock coffin, let's just make 10. What was I fighting? I was fighting a bunch of dwarven slaves from the looks of things. They look like slaves. It's hard to tell. Smells like goblins. But like I said, on the bright side, we're going to get a bunch of armor out of them. Like, bunch of free armor. Did you at least get any kill, Lex? No, Lex didn't even get any kills. Lex, I think, slept through that whole fight. I'm not even joking. I'm pretty certain Lex just slept through the whole fight. Horrified. Interested after watching a performance. How about you? Because I need to rebuild that military fast. Okay. Slow to tire. Good kinesthetic sense. Doesn't really value merrymaking in terms of mastering a skill. Doesn't care about friendship. It's curious and eager to learn. Alright, yeah, you'll be fine. Man, I've got a whole bunch of depressed dwarves now after that. Didn't take a lot. That's what I get for trying to save my dead. Or the wounded. Construct rock cabinets. I need to get those coffins done first. Let's also check in with that. Cool, they're working on it. You like how the tavern turned out? What, the wooden floors? Yeah, it looks nice. The other thing that we're going to do is we're going to start pumping out mechs. 50 rock mechanisms. To remove bad feelings, valid point. They don't really visit tombs all that often, though. Or at least I never see them getting good moods from it. I believe you, but... I just think it's kind of a pity. There we go. Let's get all this smoothed. Let's throw first coffin in. Give it a door. But yeah, no, by all accounts, it's like 98% chance goblin invasion. Also, how's that late? Be like, I haven't like exactly set it up to do that. I made a comment and then you're just like immediately late. But I don't know. I don't consider that late. Cancels eat too depressed. Great. Man, Spitalier just got like mentally fucked by that. He just got like the most goddamn PTSD from that. That's fine. I don't consider that to be particularly late. That was quite on time, honestly. Oh shit, we're out of drink. Need to set up a repeating job. So I'm sure that's helping. Export of quivers is prohibited. That's a random one. This is going to be my manager's office. Or my mayor's office, rather. One of my hammer dwarves is going to rest there. Alright, let's just pop back up here and recruit some more dwarves into the military. Or Tanner. Seem to have survived. You didn't really like being caught in the rain. Lonely after being away from friends. You wouldn't last. Didn't feel anything. That's good. Horrified after seeing someone die. Incredibly skinny. Dreams of crafting a masterwork. Personally is disgusted by tradition and would flout any encounters if given the chance. Is put off by family. Okay. He's preferring to keep his own counsel. He generally acts impartially and is rarely moved to mercy. You can join the military. You're a butcher. Friendship is forever. Feels self-pity after being away from friends for too long. That's not good. Needs a proper bedroom, though. Frustrated after lack of abstract thinking. We do really need to get that library set up. Yeah, I know, right? Finding dwarves that are impervious to the effects of rain are, like, the best. You can join the military. You'll do okay. This animal caretaker is not very happy, but stopped feeling anything, which is good. It's very weak. Some of patience, poor analytical abilities. Personally, sees maintaining decorum as a fumbling waste of time, considers craft lordship to be relatively worthless, and finds romance distasteful. But you dream of raising a family, so you can join the military family. It's gonna take a little bit of time for some dwarves to become recruits, I think. And a lot of dwarves are down here praying, which is good. We'll use for burial. Use for burial, no pets. It's always used for burial, no pets. Yeah, now remember, the most traumatizing thing that can happen in Dwarf Fortress is getting rained on. Still working on everything else. We're gonna have a lot of copper and silver when we're done with all that. Yeah, it's because I haven't built the umbrella stand yet. Yeah, that's absolutely the problem. Wait, does that mean peeps are dwarves? Cooler, is that what you're suggesting? We're enraptured communing with your god, bitter after getting into an argument, blissful after dining in a legendary dining room. Great musical sense and the ability to focus and a good spatial sense. Dreams of raising a family. Personally, greatly respects individuals that persevere through their trials and tribulations and hates those who wield power over others. Actively avoids exciting or stressful situations. And he dislikes abstract discussions and would rather focus on practical applications, yet you're excited about your god. He often feels discouraged and generally finds himself quite hopeful about the future. But he has a greedy streak. You can join the military. It'll be okay. We have 5 recruits. 5. Oh boy. Also, for those of you who just watch my stream because of my voice, Dwarf Fortress is a great game for that. Because it's mostly just me talking, right? That's how I feel about a streamer called Dark Twinge. I don't care what he's playing. Dude could be playing fucking, I don't know, Minesweeper. I'd watch. Just because I like listening to him talk. And thank you very much to those of you who have stuck around. Seriously. I've got very little interest in doing ASMR stuff, but I'm nowhere near an attractive enough female to do ASMR stuff. Well, yes, this is visually relaxing. Also, that's a joke, in case you missed it. I mean, in a world where my friend Bellinair's stream currently has fortune-telling, ballroom dance, exploration, and let's play as his tags, you know, I can get away with having visual ASMR, I think. It's especially ironic considering we're playing Dwarf Fortress, which is a game that a lot of people consider to be makes their eyes bleed. Within the last season, she didn't feel anything after communing with... Interesting. You don't feel anything after communing with your god. We're gonna put you into the military. Yeah, it's funny. Cogmind is a very difficult game to comprehend visually, if you don't know what you're looking at. Last night we hosted the developer of Cogmind, and while I really like that game and think it's very, very good, that game is hard to watch. Unless you know exactly what the heck you're looking at. Let's just dump all these corpses real quick. Get them crushed. It's actually quite simple what it is, but you're essentially like building modular mechs in that game. It's really cool. But the hard bit is like comprehending where the information is on the screen at any given time. But that game's got so much style. Man, Spitalier is already harrowed. I might need to expel Spitalier or get prison made already. That's unfortunate. Okay, let's get this cleaned up. Come on, dwarves. I know you got this. Be brave, friends. Spitalier has stopped responding to the world. It's done. Just can't do it. Wow, that's impressive. That's like the fastest I've seen a dwarf completely break down and lose it. That's impressive. Meanwhile, Obok the ranger has given birth to a girl. Well, that's nice. Back up to 79 dwarves. What just happened? Some migrants have arrived to replace the morons. Excellent. Well, let's just close this. Forbid that. And pull this lever. Pull that lever again. And we can unlock the door. Yo, you. You're a brewer. Finds romance distasteful. It's quick to heal. Has a good feel for social relationships and a good kinesthetic sense and a good sum of patience, but little linguistic ability. 134 years old. No linguistic ability at 134. It's a feel for music, short of patient, dreams of mastering a skill. Very bad intuition, that's good. 134 years old. You can also join the military. Cool. We now have a solid 10 stack squad. Roboburger survived, by the way, which is good. Must have been that artifact hood. Also, I swear, it wasn't my intention to kill you that quickly. Spitalier. Trust me. I'm not just trying to kill dwarves. That's not my prime directive. It's maybe a directive, but it's not my prime directive. You wonder if your dwarf is alive or if you could be dwarfed? Your dwarf from the previous fortress is still alive, but you can absolutely be dwarfed. Just let me know what type of dwarf you'd like, Dragon Man. We can get you a dwarf. No problems. It's just two geese running around in me tavern. We have, like, no visitors either, which I think is a little disappointing. I was hoping that that would be more of the... Oh, I never set that up. My bad. 2 seconds. I literally, like, ended stream yesterday and then immediately walked out the doors, so... And then when I came back, I was less than sober, so... It, like, slipped my mind totally. Exclamation point annoy me, let's see. That's for me to know and you to be surprised by. There you go, you got another one. There you go. $6.99 a month on Patreon to get access to those commands. Just an FYI. Exclamation point Patreon. Or $1 for cooking videos. I mean, obviously you get the cooking videos anyway if you subscribe to higher tier, but you know.
NANI?
Question is, what do I do for the next cooking video? I haven't actually, like, thought about it much. Didn't get as many comments on this current one. It's really nice when I get comments, because then I know what I'm doing right. So, if you are on my Patreon at all, and you see these cooking videos pop up, let me know. Want feedback, give me ideas and stuff to do. There we go, cutting through this. Have I tried making alcohol? Absolutely not. That's all I have to say to that. There's so many ways that could go wrong. Potato pancakes? I've never made potato pancakes. I know how to make them, I just haven't made them since I moved out. It's a lot of grating. I'd have to try that one on my own, but I'll keep it in the back of my mind for the future. Really? You bought Doom and you haven't tried it yet? You should try it. Doom's good. Potato pancakes are pleasant. My Oma used to make potato pancakes all the time. Don't ruin them with sour cream, though. Applesauce, come on. It's the only proper thing to put on potato pancakes. Although I just hate sour cream, so you can put sour cream on yours. I'll just put applesauce on mine. I just hate sour cream. I have like a personal vendetta against sour cream. Sour cream and ketchup, the two things I despise most in life. Actually, true story. One of the first things I did when my ex dumped me is I chucked the ketchup into the dumpster. Fuck that shit. Get it out of my house. Shit's disgusting. Then unsubscribe and leave if you think I'm barbaric. You're more than welcome to like it. I'm not taking that away from you. Just simply saying I don't. Is that a crime? I just don't like sour cream. You like the sweet and savory. We put maple syrup on literally everything. Spitalier has given birth to a boy. I wonder if that's gonna fix your mental state. Nope. You're completely oblivious to the world, and you've given birth to a boy. And your boy is crawling away. Oh, that is distressing. Would anybody like to be the son of Spitalier and Cupo, who is currently just crawling away because mother's just nuts? I'm pretty sure your sub is gifted. Cooler. Dragon Man it is. It's born today, almost never sick, immediately abandoned by his mother. Personally finds maintaining decorum a silly and fumbling waste of time, and he dreams of mastering a skill. Currently, that skill is crawling away from mom, who is dying. I mean, no, because I paid you for your art. So once I've purchased it, it is my art that I own, that you made for me. Most of it, yes. I've paid you quite large sums of money for art in the past, dude. And then there's a lot of stuff that you just kind of made for me without even me asking for it. Now we watch these dwarves cutting all that. Okay. Just gonna kind of hope that we don't get attacked by zombies. Just kind of hope. Is baby in the river yet? Not yet, I don't think. I saw the baby heading back towards the fort. But, no, baby is not in the ocean yet. Nope, baby's over here. Baby is kind of just crawling away, though. Yeah, I find it really hard to find rivers. Yeah, pretty much. Baby's just like, fuck this noise, I'm out. Baby's not a fan, that's for sure. I mean, baby did kind of get immediately abandoned by mom, so I can't really blame baby, you know? Can't really blame the baby. I'd want out too. Maybe not that violently, but I would want out too. All right, let's mine this out. And then we're going to automate whatever tetrahedrite we find. We're just going to do that. There they go. And then we'll turn this into another layer of bedrooms. dig this out after they're done with that. Just gonna dig a couple more around here, even though it's not the natural shape of the vein of metal that we dug out. It's close enough. So I can have some extra bedrooms. Here's the thing. Mom had already said F this world. Mom was way ahead. Mom was already completely oblivious to the universe before Child was born. Child being born was just the nail in the coffin, I think. Although she did feel... she did get a good mood while the child was born, which is interesting and also kind of depressing. Kind of extremely depressing. To the point where it's like, I don't want to think about that too hard. Dwarf Fortress in a nutshell? What, fucking depressing? Or kind of fucking depressing? Because I think that would fit it. Kind of fucking depressing. You know what's really interesting, chat? In the last 4 months, the number of subscriptions we've had has gone up. Not because of gifted subs, not because of Prime subs, but because of people actually just subscribing for money, which I think is really fucking cool. And I think that's the first time this has actually happened. I know that might sound like a weird thing to just say, but in the past when I've had like increases, it's always been either because somebody gifted a bunch of subs at one point or because of a bunch of Prime subs that all went off randomly. It's cool. It's like oddly rare these days. So whatever we're doing, chat, it's working. Okay, well, I've got beds. I just need doors. I hope the Dwarven moods can get sorted a little bit. How's those mechanisms coming along? They're coming along good. Good, good, good. Are my soldiers all decked out? Squad of 10. I need to give them a proper training area. Thinking like down here. In this area. But I also don't want them vaulting through the wall. Let's do that. Did someone just fall into the water? No. Okay. I thought I saw a dwarf just like peace out into the water, and I was like, oh, that just happened. But it didn't, so we're okay. Currently. Baby needs a drink. Somebody feed the baby. Somebody booze the baby. Baby, you're not just gonna die, are you? I'd be really sad if this baby just went and died. Cupo, you have a child. Go take care of it. God damn it. It's actually kind of upsetting. Probably have a decent amount of meat. Yeah, we do. It's nice. Well, baby's no longer thirsty. Delighted watching, satisfied receiving water. Okay, someone gave it water. All right, that's good. It's better than nothing, but at least we gave it water. What can I do here? An outpost liaison has arrived. Good stuff. Let's start moving stuff to the trading depot. Right the hell away. Trap components. Cool. Could also send cut gems. If I really want to make a lot of money, spiked copper ball. Let's actually just make like 50 spiked copper balls. That's what we're going to use for traps. So. All right, I need to go use the toilet, chat room. So I will be back in a little bit. You guys hang out here and watch these dwarves run around real quick. Can I get a round of beers and chat while I'm gone? I will be back in a minute or two. Don't go anywhere. Or go somewhere. I'm not your parent. I think that the liaison from the mountain homes found our mayor somehow. Who's probably groveling in the corner because they don't have a proper setup yet. So, what do you think of the hunt command, dude? Does it work, chat? People were asking for a hunt command yesterday, so we made a hunt command. All right. There's much to share. Information has been added to the Civilization World Info. How many people actually exported and looked at world maps? What, in DF? I did it once, but not really much outside of that. What requests do you have of our merchants? What requests do I have? Probably just steel and bronze. Actually, tin. Steel. You. Sure, black bronze, why not? And bronze. Let's also ask them to bring cheeses. And gypsum plaster. For, like, wounds. Broken bones. You love it? Good to hear.
Cheese for everyone!
I mean, let's be honest. Most of these commands are just B-Lug's private commands because no one else uses them. That's not totally true. B-Lug uses them way more than anybody else, though. Let's also ask for anvils. Alright, cool. Well, now that we have finalized the import agreement, you can look over the documents. Yes, please. Did I just see a ghost? Let's discuss what we were willing to offer you for your craft dwarf ship. No, it was just a goose. Well, then we have... yep, okay. They want shields, sheet, blocks, planks, leather water skins, drinks, figurines, bracelets, goblets, and windows. Anander! Hi, hello. How are we doing? We've had some expansions since yesterday, as you might notice, Anander. Also, just rolling over into afternoon over here, at least. What? Oh, Spitalier has been found dead. Yeah, that makes sense. There was a dwarf just, like, wandering there, and it's like, oh, what happened to you? Oh. One of those will probably become the resting place of Spitalier almost immediately. You brought a child into this world and then immediately just went and stood around until you died. Let's make sure that your corpse gets put into a coffin. Do, do, do. Now we just have to wait for a dwarf to come collect it. Hopefully sooner rather than later. Some more migrants have arrived. Fantastic. I think it's time I make another squad. Let's make 10 of those. Short task, the fishery worker. Mighty! Deep will of patience, poor memory. Dreams of mastering a skill. Let's learn a little bit more about you. Annoyed when caught in the rain. Her nose bridge is very convex. She pursues matters in a single-minded focus, often overlooking other matters. She enjoys being in crowds, and she is very curious, and sometimes to her detriment. She is pleased by her own appearance and talents, and she tends to be swayed by the emotions of others. She occasionally overindulges, and she tends to assume the worst of two outcomes will be the one that comes to pass. She is slow to anger, and she doesn't focus on material goods, and she is moved by art and the natural beauty, and she is troubled by this, and she dislikes the natural world, and she is considered rude. She isn't given to flights of fancy, and she needs alcohol to get through the working day. Well, you can start a squad for us. And you, right here. Personally, he also dreams of mastering a skill. Okay. Poor focus. That's fine. Quick to heal and susceptible to slow to heal and susceptible to disease. That's fine. You are also agile. Dreams of raising a family. He's a firm believer in tradition. Well, our tradition here is that you join the military. Safe travels, B-Lug. Let's immediately set that squad to active in training. Gotta automate that, because they didn't actually take that very far. It's a little bit disappointing. Have a good night, Kansky. I'm assuming you're headed to bed, so... Let's just throw down more dolomite walls all the way around. Let's just build this all the way out to here. Then they'll get that corner at the end. Let's get the newbies training with them so that they learn faster. How many dwarves are we at? 94. Damn! We're just like powering through this. Trader requested a depot. Is there anything I'm not allowed to export? No quivers. Okay. Also, this is going to be my mayor's office right here. Let's put an armor stand in there. Let's put a coffer in there. Have baby, then do nothing till dead. I mean, you're no longer relevant. You've just hired your replacement in Dwarf Parenting 101. I don't know how I didn't see that earlier, Nander. Just a reminder that we've been streaming for exactly 4 hours and 20 minutes. Not that that needs to be stated or anything, but I am very happy that people helped us out with the little sponsored section at the beginning. God, I got some cool shit I want to announce so bad and can't yet. It's actually a little bit frustrating right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's the only way to describe it. It's a little bit frustrating. Kaitsuki is praying. I'm not going to. Just saying I want to. Saying I want to and actually doing it are two completely different things. Assign chair to our mayor, who now has a decent office. I'm not sure what part of it's a bug. Oh, a bit big, not a bug. That is a big world map. It's impressive. Is there ghosts floating around or something? Ah, okay, we do have an undead. That is not good. Wait, but if you're entombed, why are you still spooking us? You big me? That's strange. Because they shouldn't be spooking once they're buried. Maybe, like, the body never made it in there? Must be the case. Since most of them start as brooks? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, no, in order to get bigger rivers, I know you need to be down in the valleys. All I have to say, though, is those exported maps look way too cool. Do you ever export your maps just to, like, figure out where to settle cooler? You usually use Finder? Gotcha. I mean, that's perfectly reasonable. Oh, hey, that new Netflix film's gotten a release date now. It's out on the 27th. Let's trade. Okay, I will sell the silver two-handed sword. Actually, I can just sell this whole bin. I think we can just sell this whole bin, too. I don't really want to sell that pick, though. Okay, so we'll take all those steel bars. Take the fine pewter. How was the fish game? Did you ever play I Am Bread? Like that, but you're a fish. It was kind of like, I mean, it's very much, you know, physics-y platformer. It was cute. I liked it. Got a little frustrating, but it was okay. Certainly. It's very much unfinished. A lot like, a lot like the pigeon game that I played. Like, it's just an unfinished game, and that's just kind of the fact. So some elements of it were frustrating. I ran into some frame rate issues, but it's definitely a solid framework. If they polish her up and put it out as a complete product, it could be really cool. Those are nice, though. I really like those maps. Like, unironically, I really, really, really enjoy super calm forest maps. There we go. They brought books. Lots of books. Ooh, and those are steel wheelbarrows, though. Don't need the steel wheelbarrows. Don't need the parchment sheets down at the bottom. It's a really expensive one. There we go. Cool. We made out like bandits with a bunch of books. Okay, Etsuki has become my manager, which is good to see. I've got kind of a fun idea, which I'm going to start working on now, by the way. This is an idea I've actually done before in previous forts, but it's going to be kind of dangerous here. The reason it's going to be kind of dangerous is because here there's aquifers everywhere. And having aquifers everywhere makes building towers up and out of the ground kind of a dangerous proposal. But it's okay. What's the worst that could happen, right? I dig into an aquifer and then we all drown. So hopefully I don't dig into an aquifer and hopefully we don't all drown. Right, chat room? But if I do dig into an aquifer and we do all drown, that's just comedy, right? All right, let's do one over here. Right there. Aquatic Death Machine, yes, was indeed the name of the band that we made up last time I was playing this. Not if you channel up into it. But yes, Battalier. Sounds fun. If you look at my video, what happens when you dig too deep, you'll get a lot of that. Yeah, you can channel up. D ramp. Ramp up. It's literally channeling up. I do it all the time. I actually like it more than channeling down. I think it's safer, personally. Or at least it seems that way. Holy crap, we have a lot of copper. Oh. Oh my. The Desert Titan, Bustusum starpostinal, has come. A gigantic eyeless petrosaur. It has 2 stubby horns. And it moves about carelessly. Its cinnamon scales are blocky and overlapping. Beware its webs. That is horrifying. Like, absolutely terrifying. Oh my god. Where is it exactly? Oh my god, and it's flying. Alright, okay, so get my squads underground, like stat. Come on, guys. No, 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 no. Oh my god, I see webs. It's just murdering my animals. My dwarves are panicking. I see 2 dead recruits over there. Fuck it. Pull the lever for right now. The baby's still outside. Dragon Man, please. Dragon Man, please. Okay, so we did lock the door. But Dragon Man's still outside. Okay, it's destroying a door from above. Oh look, we got a ghost in the tavern. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll do this. We'll do the ballsy thing. I'm gonna move all my soldiers in here. We're gonna open the door. Now we wait. It's fighting with something. I'm not sure what it's fighting with, but various animals. I'll bet you this thing's webs are valuable. Can those be cotton cage traps? I just want this baby to come over here. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. You can make it. Come on. It's moving. Just keep moving. Okay. You are now in the fortress. Excellent. Let's pull the lever. I swear to God, if baby walks back onto that bridge. Okay. We are now good. Oh, wrong lever. Pull the right lever, please. And, alright. We can now open the door. Or let us go. It's just ink value. Gotcha. Oh shit, we actually had a mood? Apparently Tun has claimed the jeweler's workshop. I'm gonna make an armor stand down here so that my dwarves can train down here. But yeah, no, we did have 3 dead recruits. Look at all the things that have been missing for a week. All of my livestock. RoboBurger died. Was one of the dead recruits. Sophie died. Another one of the dead recruits. Does that mean I lost my military commander? Yeah, I did. That blows. Wait. How did we find you dead? How did we see that? This Titan is terrifying. Flying things with webs are horrific. At least we have something to work on while we're here. Make barracks, armory. Train, and train. It's still really neat, regardless of value, to see the name of things. Oh, this is a neat one. Also, I realized my camera's still turned off. Tun the Jeweler has created Esremor, a violent Spespertine floodgate. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Odom Masterdham. Safe travels, Anander. It's worth 48,000. This is a violet at Saspertine floodgate. All craft ship is of the highest quality. On the item is an image of 2 oats in violet Saspertine. You probably need like a splint or something. Why are you blinking like that? No visual injuries. Huh. Oh, I see your right wrist. Wood splint 5. I'd really like this dwarf to be able to, like, you know, fix that. So here's the problem. We are going to need to fight this thing. We are going to need to fight this thing. That is just one of the scariest beasts or titans I've seen in a long time. It's just a fucking dinosaur that shoots out webs and flies. Like, how do you fight that? Secret is you don't, really. Is that one of the merchants? It is, and they're trying to leave. Alright. So I'm going to lock this door. I'm going to lock this door. I'm going to lock us to this burrow. And I'm going to pull this lever. Not the trash lever, this lever. The talk lever. We're going to let the traders out. I need some bless RNG here, chat. This could kill us all. Okay, there go the traders. Where's the thing at? It's currently chasing a king snake person, I think. Here it comes. It's like the flight of the bumblebee. Okay, seems like the traders are safely off the map, mostly. Gonna need to close the door soon. Can you catch these guys in cage traps? Okay. Let's pull that lever. I don't think we'll get it, but... Okay, here's where we go. This is either where I lose my whole squad and then the fort dies, or we kill this thing. It's one of the two. So we'll just go very slowly, one turn at a time. It's fighting with animals. See webs going out. All right, it's popping down onto the main level. There's a recruit. Who's the recruit? It's Tosid, the recruit. What are you wielding, Tosid? Please tell me you've got something. You're wearing an iron helm, you've got a copper shield, and a silver warhammer. And also, Udil, hammer dwarf, copper greaves, iron helm, copper mail shirt, copper shield. Doesn't look like you have any weapon. That's not good. You've got a silver warhammer at least. Well, let's follow this thing. Go one turn at a time. It's in combat with the recruit. Now the hammer dwarf. Webs are going out. My other dwarves are piling in, which means the one that just got webbed is probably dead. Yep. It's now lunging. We're getting hits in, though. The Desert Titan gores the recruit in the lower body, bruising the muscle. The recruit misses the Titan. Recruit bashes the Titan in the right upper leg with her silver warhammer, bruising the fat. All right, so we've gotten some hits in. One turn at a time. Seeing more webs going out. Creature is now pouncing onto the recruit. They're fighting. I see blood on the ground. One of my dwarves is webbed, but not dead, miraculously. There's more combat happening. We're fighting with it. A dwarf is really heavily injured. Looks like the Petrosaur is okay. Oh god, they're all in position to just immediately die right here. I'm seeing merchants and dwarves freaking out. One of my recruits is heavily injured. Round of webs just went out and caught a bunch of dwarves. Which means if it gets in range, it gets a free kill, basically. Seems to have jumped up and over. Sockmud's been found dead. I'm just going to mention that Cupo wanted to die in combat, so I kind of feel like we should just throw him into the military. We need a new squad commander. Get in there, man. Dwarves are all down on the ground praying. Alright, let's go full speed for a little bit here. On pause. Ghost is in the fray. I think my whole squad is dead. Dwarves are just getting massacred now. This thing is just moving up and through, systematically killing everybody. How often do they work? They work as often as you win, and how often do you do it? Every 45 minutes. The odds aren't in your favor, I'll tell you that much. It's just civilians fighting with the thing now, they're just punching it. This is probably it, guys. Fun came. Shoutouts to the ghost who's helping. Oh, it's dead. Well, we have 14 dwarves left. Who actually killed it? The planter Arya is fighting. The planter Arya punches the Desert Titan in the upper left leg, bruising the fat. Okay. Arya, did you get the kill? Holy shit, she killed it. Yes, you're one of them. Everybody's dead, basically. It's the only dwarves still alive that are named are Arya and Dragon Man. Everybody else is dead. So yes, you're one of them that are dead. But I don't see us pulling this off. Unless we get like a really big migrant wave really soon. Not really. Concealed. This is actually just terrible. Don't lie to me. This is just awful. We just went from 90 or over 100 dwarves, because I didn't actually look at the count, to 14. Like, that is like the most devastating thing that could happen. There is nothing fine about this. To be fair, that was a really scary land titan. I'm kind of tempted to just flood the fort and just retire it to ruin. What do you guys think? Scuttle the fort and then just tell the dwarves to leave? Or should we try and recover it? I'm actually going to do a poll. Also, to be clear, trying to recover it's very unlikely. There you go. Polls up. Have fun, chat. Set up a death trap for adventurers. It's easier said than done. At that point, you might as well just keep the fort going. Call this place a mine. Yeah, but we didn't even dig too deep. We didn't even dig too deep, man. Wow, our mayor's... We have a new mayor already who's demanding shit. Looks like Scuttle's winning, though. Alright. Add new borough. This was a fun little fort while it lasted. That's not what I wanted. Let's just put them on burrow 2. And there we go. Just like that. They'll get a water grave. Or a water bed. However you want to look at it. Man, that's so much. I'm impressed that they were able to kill it, but... That wasn't a Belrog. A Belrog is a giant humanoid with wings made of fire that breathes fire. That was a flying flying Spider-Man dinosaur. Your definition of Balrog is borked, sir. Learn what a Balrog is. Sheesh. Also, Balrogs come from the deep. That did not come from the deep. Potato, potato. Dinosaur? Humanoid made of fire? Totally different things. Totally different things. Absolutely. Chat room, back me up here. Just because it big monster that killed dwarfs does not make it Balrog. In theory, you can have hidden fun that are giant humanoids that are made of fire. Wrong, wrong. There's no potato potato for this. It's just you're wrong. And that's the end of the story. How deep is this water? Made of fire and shadow, sure. But still, this is very much not even remotely close to that. We'll also allow them to go in here so they can actually not die. Oh, right. I should probably, like, unforbid these. Here they come to go get food and water. You're tired? I know the feel. I think we might try and do some Door in the Woods, if you guys are down, by the way. What do you guys think? Since we'll be, you know, leaving this fort momentarily. Once it finishes filling up with water, of course. I was kind of planning on making today's stream a little bit shorter anyway. For two reasons. Reason number one, I need to finish a Today in Dwarf Fortress video because I'm re-editing the whole thing. But reason number two is I also have to go to my parents to do some stuff because normally I do that stuff on Ghost. I normally do that stuff on Mondays. Or not on Mondays. I normally do it Sundays, but you know what's the thing I'm gonna do? We're gonna do this. Okay, we're just gonna do this. Okay, so, whoopsies, that's my bad. Burrow number 2 is going to allow this area. This area, and this area. Oh, really? Well, I don't know where you're planning to buy that new Pokemon from, but I have an Amazon link. Just saying. Yeah, first Twitch money is good money. You know what? I'm just gonna let them run around wild. Just fucking go hog wild. Go have fun, dwarves. Oh. Man, this fortress is a mess. Oh, digital? Yeah. Oh. I think I might have that too. It's hard to tell though. Jesus, man. No kidding, it's doomed. And then there's just like dwarves fucking working their asses off. Hey, this ghost over here. Shoutouts to this ghost, okay? Who's just like, guys, we got ourselves a problem. Yeah, but I don't think they have Pokemon. Let's just pull this lever. I'm not gonna put them on any specific areas. They just booked it. See you guys. The real question is anybody gonna actually make it to the lever in time? Stray Turkey's been found dead. Nope. There is a tantruming dwarf, though. It's Arya. Tantruming. Booking it around. Ooh, and then she's dead. You know, sometimes it's good to have nice short forts, though. Sometimes it's good. They're booking it down the stairs as we're trying to scuttle the fortress. But it wasn't enough. I'm gonna put all of our alive dwarves into this squad. Considering I had like that one fort that lasted for the better part of a month, it's nice to have a really short fort. Here they come. In combat. They're not gonna last very long. Humble? Yeah, that was a little bit ago that they announced that. Here come the goblins. Cornering down the last few. You can find it beneath the channel, Gimper. Like, just the humble image beneath the channel. Oh wow, they do have sword and shield. Neat. But I can DM it to you if you want, Gimper. If you're in my Discord. So we're all dead. Name is Candy in Discord? Okay. I can just DM it to you. I don't see you, so doesn't look like it. But I'll just stick it in off topic. All right, your strength has been broken. All of our dwarves are dead.